Hey guys, it's Adrienne for WDW Bound, and in today's video, I want to answer the question that I get asked more than anything: is it worth it? This could be about a variety of different things, and we're going to talk about 4 specific ones today. The first one I want to talk about is park hopper tickets. I get asked this a lot because it is a pretty big upcharge from the regular base ticket to be able to park hop between different parks. So I'm just going to go ahead and preface this with almost every single answer that I give is going to be it depends, because situations, timings, families, experiences, all of that is going to be different for every single person. So it depends is going to be the overarching answer, but I'm going to try to give you a little bit more insight into some specifics. So park hopping is available in 2021 where it was not for the majority of 2022 or 2020, not 2022. Hopefully by 2022 will be normal, back to at least mostly normal. But park hopping was not available for most of 2020. When it returned in 2021, it was with a little bit of a difference, meaning that you can park hop from park to park, assuming that the second park or the third park or the fourth park that you're going into has availability and it hasn't reached capacity, which for right now is still 35%. So you are able to park hop. Is it worth it? If you're going for a short trip, we're going to say yes. If you're there for 2 to 3 days and you have a limited amount of park time, then absolutely. If you have a park pass for Animal Kingdom closes at 5 p.m., 6 p.m., there's still a lot of day left. You could easily park hop to Magic Kingdom or Epcot and spend the rest of your day in one of those parks. If you are going for a longer amount of time, say a week or longer, then it may not be worth it to you to add that extra expense, knowing that you can have a full day in each park multiple times throughout your trip. It may save you time, it may save you money if you decide to just do your regular base ticket and just do one park per day. We at WDW Bound tend to do shorter trips so that we can go more often throughout the year. And so before we had annual passes, we often did splurge on park hopper tickets because we wanted to have the option to go to multiple parks in a day and really maximize our park time. The second thing that I get asked about a lot is Memory Maker. Memory Maker is Disney's photo package, I guess you could say. Anytime pre-pandemic you were doing a character interaction, for the most part, Memory Maker was there. There was a photo pass photographer who would take your picture. You could scan your Magic Band and it would be linked into your My Disney Experience account. Ride photos were the same way. There's also multiple photo pass and Memory Maker locations throughout the parks with all the major icons and in pretty photo opportunities and spots where a photo pass photographer again could take your and your family's pictures, and it would be included in that package. It is, I believe, $249 if you purchase it while you're in the parks and $199 if you purchase it before your trip. If you're an annual pass holder, it is included in the cost of your annual pass. So is it worth it? Right now, that's going to be a big old maybe not. You're still going to get all of your ride photos and all of your park photos throughout the parks, but $200 is a lot of money. And pre-pandemic, a photo pass photographer would be just as happy to take your camera or your phone and take a picture. They aren't allowed to do that these days. And it can be harder to find another park guest who might be willing to take your family's pictures, even though I've seen that a lot more in recent weeks than we had before, just kind of as things are kind of loosening up a little bit. But that's still a lot of money to not have your character pictures. They aren't at character dining locations right now. So it may not be worth it to you to add on that extra expense. Now, some of the pictures are really cool. We recently just experienced the Super Zoom pictures at Animal Kingdom and at Magic Kingdom, which we hadn't had the opportunity to do before. There's also one in Hollywood Studios, but we haven't done that one yet. And so those are super fun and unique and something different that you might not get otherwise, but it's up to you. Again, it depends. But for right now, I'm kind of leaning towards not until you can really get the full benefit of that package with character pictures as well. The third thing that a lot of people have asked me about whether or not it is worth it is character dining, which we kind of touched on a little bit in some other videos. There are some character dining experiences currently open. For example, Chef Mickey's at the Contemporary Resort just brought back some characters. Topolino's Terrace at the top of the Riviera Resort has had characters since reopening. Hollywood and Vine and Hollywood Studios has characters, but it's a little bit different. Characters still come by and they wave at you and you can take selfies with them, but they no longer stop at your table for pictures and hugs and character autographs like they have in the past. So it's a different experience, and the price for those experiences has not gone down. So you're looking at a full price meal while not getting the full character interactions and experiences that you would have in the past. We visited Chef Mickey's and thoroughly enjoyed it. We like it a lot better now that it's served family style as opposed to a buffet. But those are pretty pricey meals. And in the past, we've recommended character dining because you kind of kill two birds with one stone. You meet all of these characters while enjoying a good meal. But because the interactions are limited and so different now, you might want to hold off for a little bit longer. In some of the restaurants, the characters are the main draw and not necessarily the food. That's not true of all of the restaurants that are currently offering character dining, but it is certainly true for some of them. And so with fairly mediocre food and diminished character interactions, right now we're going to say you might want to hold off on that experience as well. The fourth and final thing that I get asked a lot is it worth going at all? Yes, absolutely. Disney is still Disney. Disney is still magical. It is still the most magical place on earth and where dreams come true. It's just a little bit different these days. Again, I'm going to say that this depends on you. If you have a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old and this is going to be their first introduction to the Disney parks and they really want to hug Mickey and you can't hug Mickey right now, I would say hold off. If you are really sensitive to masks and the thought of going to Florida in the middle of July with all that heat and humidity and having to wear a mask all day, then you might want to hold off. If you know that you're going to be disappointed by not having parades and fireworks and nighttime shows, then you might want to hold off. But if those things don't bother you and you just want to go and to be there, then absolutely it's worth going right now. It's worth it to us. We have been multiple times since the parks reopened and have had a fantastic time every single time that we've gone, and don't regret it at all and don't feel like we've missed out on anything. However, we understand that we are in a privileged position to this not being our once in a lifetime, once a year, once every 5 years, once every 10 years kind of visit. And so we have a different perspective than some other people might have. If you want the full, true Disney experience, then maybe it's not worth it for you right now. But if you're just going to kind of get away from it all and, walk down Main Street and smell the confectionery and look at the castle, then absolutely it's worth it. Disney is still there. Disney is still wonderful. Disney is still magical, even if that magic is a little bit different right now. All right, guys, I hope I answered some of your questions. We thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.